Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at the top 10 list for the part 1 of the 8th anniversary. And I wanted to share my opinion on this. Before everyone's opinion gets out, I know DuGoat is making his list tomorrow, so I'm going to get on this today because I've used both of these units a lot. And I think I have a definitive top 10 list. So, I am gonna start with number one. I'm gonna start with number one. I have been playing for straight hours on end every day, and it is polarizingly evident that Gogeta Blue is number one. And I will explain this further in the video. I have Gogeta Blue at 10 stars, and I have Broly at 8 stars, both fully arts boosted, both with full optimal equips. I'm fully aware on how good both of them are, even on their respective teams. Gogeta Blue's team is not with Broly, and Broly is not with Gogeta. A lot of people might do that, but it's not the best setup for either of them, and I will explain what their best team is going to be given, like, a couple days. Broly's team is going to change given Reset, which is, I think, tonight or tomorrow night. When Goku Black gets his unique equip, that's going to change the meta a lot. Goku Black, I think, might actually shift the meta a little bit in Broly's favor, but this is pre-Goku Black Flat Equip. If I need to, I will just remake the list. But number one is Gogeta Blue. The active gauge is the most valuable thing in this game by far. It is the hardest hitting attack. It snipes any unit without a second life, gets the whole team to basically 1 HP. He does insane blast damage. He tanks decently well. It's Gogeta Blue. I have nothing else to say. His counter gauge is kind of useless. I've only ever used it a couple times, and I mostly use it by accident. So he is not its futile like everyone thought he was going to be, but he is still the number one character in the game. Not to mention his blue card hits like a truck, bro. His blue card hits like a truck. Anyway, I am now going to start with the rest of the top 10 going up as I move along. So, I know here I have exactly 10 units, and I have one honorable mention, and then top 10. My honorable mention is Paragus and Broly. I only put them here because they are really good when their gimmick works, but they're also really annoying. But they're not reliable because they're a unit that relies on RNG, hence why they are an honorable mention. That is why they are there. Let's get that out the way. Number 10. I'm going to put Buhan. Now, some people are going to be like, whoa, dude. Buhan at 10? Yeah. The meta has shifted polarizingly against this guy. Rose already put a bullet to him, and now we have Gogeta, which this guy doesn't have a second life, or any type of second life mechanic, right? Um, I mean, do I really have anything else to say about him? No, I don't. I really don't. I really have no other thing to say about you other than you're kind of Gogeta fodder PSC with the active gauge, and you're still red. At least there's two reds in the top 10 for once, but he's number 10. In my opinion, he's number 10. Number 9 goes to Super Gogeta. And this is going to be kind of confusing considering what I just said, but Super Gogeta, one, is debatably on Gogeta's team because he's also a blast-based fusion. Lock-in and Endurance Null is very valuable in this meta specifically, given Broly, given Rose, given Trunks, given Vegito. It's very useful. He dies really fast. I will not hold you. He dies faster than Buhan, but I think he has more technical use than Buhan does, at least right now. Buhan's blue cards hit like little pellets now, considering you have Bardock, Trunks, Rose, you have Broly. This guy doesn't take them very well. You just eat it because you're blue, and then Vegeta is still good. So that's where I'm putting Fusing Super Gogeta. I'm putting him at number 9. I think he has more technical use as a whole compared to Buhan, so that's why he is there. Number 8 is gonna go to this lad. I hate to say this, but Bardock has unfortunately fallen the hell off. And it is really unfortunate to watch this in real time, but yes, he has fallen off. And I will explain why he's fallen off. Because of Gogeta's active gauge. All you have to do is either wait until you've depleted Bardock's full gauge comboing with Gogeta, and if they swap, Bardock's useless. His role isn't fulfilled, and then Gogeta can just hit him with the active gauge whenever he doesn't have his indestructible. So you're kind of fodder as well, but you provide more value because you have indestructible compared to these two who don't have anything. Still, he's solid. Still does really good damage. He can tank, but yeah, Gogeta Blue annihilates him. So I'm kind of putting everything in perspective with Gogeta Blue in this meta because I just don't understand what else you could possibly gauge these characters against. Because Broly, yeah, like Broly does a lot of damage and he can like sponge hits, but he's not doing what Gogeta Blue is doing. He's not. He's close to the same level, but he's not doing it because of a reason I will get into later. At number 6, we have, and this is also kind of a shocker, Trunks. Or this is number 7, sorry. Number 7, we have Trunks. I think Trunks is still solid, okay? I don't think he's bad. He's number 7 in the game for a reason. He still does great damage, still has the Sword of Hope. Sword of Hope kills anything in the game. Broly is kind of hard to kill with the Sword of Hope, but that doesn't mean you still can't get value with it, right? Yeah, Sword of Hope Trunks is still solid. He still has all the utility he used to have. His team just kind of sucks because he doesn't have a third character. Like, you could run Rose and Bardock, but Bardock, again, Gogeta food. So, yeah, Bardock's kind of in purgatory. He got knocked down. Before, I would have had Bardock around this range before the anniversary. So, yeah, Bardock got smacked to the ground. But number 5, or no, I keep messing up the numbers for some reason. Number 6, Android 13. I only say this because he's an A-tier boost this season, and he's probably on the best movie setup if you want to use that team. I think that team is in the top 4 teams. I don't think it's the best team in the game. It might be. But to me, it hasn't shown itself to be the best team in the game. I will go into what I think the best setup is for Gogeta and Broly when I get to Broly. But that's where I'm putting Android 13. His support is still incredible. His disrupt is still incredible. He's still a reviving character. Yeah. He somehow made it back up here. This, and by the way, solely my opinion. You don't have to agree with this. You can put him lower. You can do whatever you want. But I think he amplifies the two like heavy hitters of the game right now. So that's my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. That's my opinion. Number 6 is Android 13 because he is with Broly and Gogeta. If Broly and Gogeta were not there and he wasn't on A-tier boost, he'd probably be way down in the dumps down here. But once season resets, he'll probably be probably around these two, if not here. But for now, he's number 6 in the game. Number 5 goes to Vegeta. Still an incredible character. They still tank decently well. I mean, they still have everything they need. They do good damage. They tank pretty well. Multipliers are good. They're not as reliable as before Anniversary. Duh. Because, you know, the meta shifted strongly. This guy, Gogeta Blue's damage is so high, man. I don't know how we're gonna... I don't know how the other characters in the Anniversary are gonna measure up to this guy, but we're gonna see what happens in a couple weeks here. Vegeta, number 5. Yeah. Number 4 is going to this guy, Rose. Rose is still incredible. He is still doing everything he did before. Type neutral. Blue card is still incredibly hard. Multiple ultimates, buff cancellation from the bench. He does everything. He's still really good. No question. I don't think I need to say too much. He can go on any team. He can go with Gogeta. He can go with Broly. He can go with Vegeta. He can go with Android 13. He can go with Trunks. He can go with Bardock. I don't know about Gogeta or Buhan, but he can go pretty much with anyone in the top 8 and above. You can just slap him on a team and he'll do fine. Um, I mean, he has some of the best equips in the game. He has the broken Xenoverse equip and then his own equip, which is always, it's good to have good equipments for characters, but this guy got a busted equipment. Especially the Majin Buu Saga equipment, but, better, which makes it insane. Um, this is where I might get slandered. I might get absolutely slandered for saying this, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Broly's number 3. I know. I know. There are so many people right now that are gonna murder me in the comments right now. They're like, "Oh my gosh, dude, Broly's number 1." And this, listen, I have used Broly for hours on my setup with Broly is a movies team. I use Android 13, Gogeta Blue, and Broly. Broly is double Zenkai buffed, and then Gogeta is 1 time Zenkai buffed. Yes, I double Zenkai buff Broly, and I give him the best defensive equips in the game. I have the new co-op equip already rolled to a godly. I spent like 500 removers on one of them. He does not do enough to counter the number 2 character in the game. Because the number 2 character in the game is this guy. And I will explain why. They put him in featured boost, and he murders this guy. Murders him. Not to mention, Broly's playstyle just encourages you to be passive. Or no, sorry, it encourages the person on the other side to be passive, and with Broly, it forces you to be more aggressive. But it makes that easier for the person playing passively because you're just gonna go for dumb stuff like mid-range strikes or full-range strikes, because they're gonna be trying to kick you, and then you can predict what they do. It makes it easier to predict how a Broly player is gonna play, which makes it easier to play around the gauge. Not to mention, I had a match today on Gogeta Blue's best setup, which I will explain after we get to Vegito, where Vegito at 14 stars with 2 Zenkai buffs, 1 strike carded a double Zenkai buff Green Broly at 8 stars. 1 strike, his entire HP bar down to his endurance. 1 strike card. I don't have to say much about that. That just proves Vegito is back. And he is shredding like he has never shredded before. Because he has the opportunity now because of Gogeta Blue. Now, I'm going to explain what Gogeta Blue's best setup is in the current meta. Gogeta Blue's best setup is by far Android 13. Do not put him in the leader slot. Don't do it. Okay? It's Gogeta Blue. It's Android 13. Double Zenkai buff. Vegito. And single Zenkai buff Gogeta Blue. Now, yes, am I saying that Android 13 is kind of fodder? Yeah, but at the same time, listen, you could put him in the leader slot and then lose Gogeta's damage, but I think Gogeta's damage is probably more valuable than anything Android 13 is going to be giving you with the Z abilities attached to him. And I know that's kind of sad, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Android 13 is this godsend of a support and he's the best support in the game, right? There are definitely other characters you can run, but Gogeta Blue's best setup is that team that I just talked about, and I'm not gonna back down on that stance because I truthfully believe that is the whole truth. Yeah, I don't really know what other team comes close to that in terms of raw damage. I don't think there's a team that comes close. Listen, does that team have any disruption? No, not really. Gogeta Blue's disrupt is about all you have, and then Android 13. And then usually you're just sponging hits after that. But that's what I have to say about that. Honestly, if you want to run, you could have run that team, like I said, with Android 13 in the leader slot, and then give him full defense equips, and then just put Gogeta on the bench. The amount of damage Gogeta is losing probably is less comparable to this guy, the damage he's providing. So you know what? You could probably run Android 13 on leader slot too. because this guy also has an Ultra Fusion Warrior ability. Because for some reason, every Ultra Fusion Warrior is Fusion Warrior. But that is Gogeta Blue's best setup. I think Broly's best setup might be Rose Nap Vegeta. Um, Purely because Gogeta Blue isn't a strike character, and he just throws off these other three. Because Nap Vegeta is a hybrid. You can run him strike, you can run Rose strike for sure, and you run Broly strike, but you really can't run Gogeta Blue strike very well because he has such a higher blast stat, which is why I say that his best team sub is with Vegito and Android 13. Because one of the Zenkai buffs Vegito has is purple Vegito Blue, who's a blast bench, and then like that gives him enough blast attack to function well on that team with a support. Um, but for the entire top 10, I don't have anyone down here I think could be a huge contender for being in the top 10. I think Ultra Forku, Gohan, and then Yellow Forku are off of the top 10. I don't think they even make it. Yellow Forku is fodder. So is Green Forku because of Vegito. So those two have become fodderized. Unfortunately for everyone who runs that team, yeah, your team's fodderized. There's Gohan, I don't really have to explain. He's in the meta. He's in the meta. He's in the meta. There's nothing really to explain. He gets shredded. Rose also has an anti-revival ability against you, which makes you even worse. Janemba's an A tier. He could, listen, Janemba could be put in the honorable mentions because he actually is pretty good right now, but I don't think he's top 10. Kefla's an A tier, but she's fodder. Um, there's no one else I think I would consider to be top 10. Yeah, Ultra Forku isn't going to really do anything. After next week, we're going to see this guy right here get a... No, it's not. It's the week after this week. He's going to get a unique equip, but where is he at? Where are you? This guy right here is going to get a unique equip. So he's going in the candidate section, and you're also going in the candidate section. So for now, this is what I'm going to say is the top 10 list for the part 1 of the anniversary. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I decided to put this out because I've been really enjoying the 8th anniversary. The 8th anniversary so far has had great character picks, and I've been really lucky, and I've been lucky enough to pull both of the new characters. I pulled 3 copies of Gogeta and like 15k, and I pulled 2 copies of Broly and I think 9k. So I'm done with the part 1 banners, and I'm just going to save until part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see any more content from me in terms of unit showcases or more tier lists or equipment guides, I have all that stuff if you guys want to see it, but I'm not going to post it unless you guys show engagement and want me to post things like that. I will probably post a Gogeta Blue showcase of the team I was talking about with him, Vegito Blue, or Super Vegito, and then Android 13. And then I might also post a video with Broly's best team. So I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.